What if I told you this 30 by 40 red iron shop was built around a river view and built to handle it? Today we're in Seguin, Texas, in one of the most unique hangout shops that we built yet. And our client, is gonna be giving us a tour, and I feel like this is gonna provide a lot of value. Let's check it out. Welcome backpack. Welcome backpack. This is Adbil from WolfSteel Buildings, and we're out here in Seguin, Texas, where we're about to tour this beautiful 30 by 40 red iron shop that has a lean-to. Ed, how you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. You know how I like green. Green's my favorite color. And
that's my favorite color.
Now you copy me, But man, we're gonna walk through the whole entire build. And with more folks, you looking to build near the water, whether it's for weekend escapes, gatherings, or just a workshop around the water.
Yeah, the views here, and also like the color combination that we're gonna be talking about. A lot of unique features like an overhang, and how the lean-to is becoming really, really popular lately. How the lean-to is structured, like it's got like a dividing wall and all this. But the biggest surprise is that we have a special guest.
Yes.
And our client, is gonna be giving us a tour, and I feel like this is gonna provide a lot of value, especially when you're doing an investment like you're saying, Ed. You wanna plan, and our client did plan. And one of the things I love about having a conversation with him was that he did take the time to plan it. Everything about this building was well thought out. So he's gonna give us all that information, and I hope that can help you with your future metal build. And before we do that, let's also give away. What do you say, Ed?
Man, we love giving free stuff away. So Ed, but what is that question that viewers have to tune in to answer down below in the comment section?
What are the 3 shades of green that were used in this building?
Wow, okay.
That's it. Just write it in the comment. And aside from that, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all our channels. We're doing even live videos on our Facebook as well. So that's TikTok, Instagram, all those. And so, you ready for this one?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Alrighty, guys. So we got our special guest here, and this is our client, Abel. Thank you so much for actually taking the time. So I really, really appreciate you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Just to showcase to our audience. So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. This is a great day. Yesterday was the final day of the installation.
Because it was a spray foam, right?
Turnkey now. It's mine.
Dang.
I love it. Great day. Love every bit of it.
What dimensions did you get overall for your structure? Like, what is the dimensions that we're going to be touring today?
Okay. So the building is the lengthwise is 40 by 30. The lengthwise is facing south and north, and the 30 foot is east and west. And then on the back side, there's a lean-to that actually 40 foot long by 10 foot out wide. It has a covered lean-to as well as a little offset of the building.
But let's talk about, like, why did you design it this way from a perspective? Because the main road, and then from there, it's on the side. You got the door on the side entry. Talk to me. How did this come out? How long did it take?
It took about a year before I even contacted y'all, going through y'all's videos and learning a lot through the videos that y'all had on YouTube. And I picked up a lot of information and wrote those down on my notes. And so when it came time for that, I contacted Wolf and spoke with the salesman, and him and I went through a lot of the details,
Alan.
what I wanted. Yes, Alan.
Shout out to Alan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alan.
Great guy. And we worked through, and it was very comfortable with him speaking and getting all the things knocked out, what we didn't want, and then also revising. So anything that we had to revise, we'd contact each other and say, hey, what about this? What about that? Do we need to do that? So yeah, there was a lot of planning.
Was there like change in dimensions? Like, for example, did you already have, like, say this 30 by 40 with the 10 foot lean-to? Like, was that already like when you first contacted, or after going with Alan, something changed based on certain thought, or was it up front, this already you had it envisioned from the beginning?
So it was kind of a collaboration between us.
Yeah.
And I thought the 30 by 40 was a bit small, but it was going to do what I had to do. But talking with Alan, we added an extra 10 foot, which I thought was a wonderful idea. And of course the 40 foot long, but we added it as a lean-to only. And then I saw another one of your videos where you had that extension from the main building walking into that little storage area, and that's when I incorporated that as well.
Yeah, the concept's becoming really, really popular, and it makes sense. And once you're inside, you guys are gonna see and understand why. So right here is like your driveway. So you're coming up here. You definitely have a lot of elevation because, you know, we're gonna go around there and you're gonna see because all of it kind of goes towards the river. But from here, you got the main door. You decided 2-foot overhang and 3 colors. Talk to me about the colors because I know it's the very first thing that we're seeing is like, man, this is beautiful color combination with the black and the colors.
Yeah, so on the color scheme, again, going back to your YouTube videos, the many that you have online, you had a representative, a Wolfpack, and he was talking about buildings and the color schemes. And he was mentioning, why doesn't anybody do more of the green? He loves the green color. And so I started looking at the package colors and determined, hey, once we have the grass and the trees are blooming, the green is just gonna blend right in so it's not an eyesore from above or even approaching down the road. You know, it's very pleasant to approach. And so we decided the 3 colors and then with the black trim would give it a little bit of muscle. It was great.
No, and it's spectacular. And it actually has been like from even Anadela, shout out to Anadela from marketing and Jared. We had seen this black and green combination and it was spectacular on a building before, and we didn't do it specifically. And they were like, man, we need more of this. And I think that's why we mentioned that one. And then, but you came with 3 shades of green. And which, by the way, wink, wink, there's 3 shades of gray or green. 50 shades of gray is what 3 shades of green. Then to pop it off is definitely the black. And I think you made the perfect choice for that. Now, we also have a 10x10 door and you got it black and you have other doors. Can you talk to me? Why is there like just one door and like how does the layout of your doors happen?
So that's incorporated with the building itself because I live out here and it's sunny. I don't have any shade trees at the moment. So this building's gonna get hot or cold depending on the weather. So I wanted the insulated panels on the door versus the roll-up doors, which didn't have that R value. So I went ahead and talking with Alan, we discussed it and we chose this door. And there were several options as far as the paneling goes. Did I want windows and what kind of panels did I want? And I chose these panels because it kind of gives it the illusion of the same lines in the vertical position.
Oh,
so it carries on.
Yeah.
So you don't have a blind, all of a sudden a big spot that's flat.
That makes sense. It's so interesting to hear a different perspective. So, because this is the short carriage style overhead doors, it is an insulated door and all your doors are insulated,
that's correct.
right?
Yes, sir.
Because you did do the beautiful spray foam, which we're about to tour on that. What do you think about your 2-foot overhang?
I love it.
Yeah?
The reason I got that is to match my home.
Ah.
It has a 2-foot overhang and it just takes away from a generic shop, which I did not want. I'm not in business. I don't want to be in business. This is recreational enjoyment. So I wanted to blend in to my home and the surrounding atmosphere. So I chose that and it just gives it a really good outline. Nice and
like Ed would say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Earlier you were mentioning to me about the windows. There's a reason why you have those windows the way you have them. You elaborate a little bit on your windows?
Sure. So I chose these windows because this is the south side of the building and I have sunrise to my left and sunset to my right. So I have full sun pretty much all day. So with that being said, that'll give me indirect lighting from the natural source. I don't even have to turn lights on inside. And then the ash gray that I picked for the paint also amplifies that view so that very little lighting is needed.
And it lights up, yeah. Hey, and my favorite part of the building is that little logo. Right now you're painting your doors, right? Because the doors, I think at the point, because we don't really offer a lot of selection of doors, you know, so we only had like the white doors. And so at this point, like you're painting them and it's looking good. On the other side, you're also doing the painting. You're gonna paint this one as well?
Yes, sir. That'll be next. I painted the north one when it was 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we got cold spell, so I had to stop.
Okay.
And then it just became warm again. So this door actually has a primer on it, which will take the latex enamel last after that. So I'm on the step to finish that one out, and then I'll work my rounds to the other one.
And you got a lot, because this project is, we're done, but you're not done.
Yes, that's right. Mine's just begun.
So keep telling us, what are you gonna do here? I know you were gonna mention, talk to me like, what are you gonna do on this part? Because this is definitely the lean-to. So again, the main structures are 30 by 40 long, and then we got 12 foot to the eaves, and then from there we got this lean-to that is a continuous lean-to. The panel is just one single panel just going through.
Yep.
And so what is the plan here? Why this lean-to on here, and how did Alan convince you to do this 10 wide?
Well, we started thinking about the footprint inside the 30 by 40 building. And by the time I started placing everything on a piece of paper, drawing it to scale, I realized that it really wasn't enough for what I wanted to do. So we revised it and came out another 10 foot by the full length 40.
So overall you have like a 40 by 40
footprint. Yes, sir.
And what are you gonna do here on this, this little patio area?
So this is gonna be for multiple uses. The main one is sit out here and lounge and enjoy the sunsets with my wife. And another reason is I can open these doors and slide my work table out here, and I can saw out here, I can weld out here, I can do whatever I want to, and then when I'm done, I can just blow it right into my yard, the sawdust, whatnot. And so I'm under the shade, kind of controlled environment, so to speak.
Yeah.
And when I'm done, blow it off, close the door, roll my table inside, and I'm done, for the day. So there's plenty of options there.
All planned out.
All planned out, yeah.
And then you definitely have a rear or river view from here, especially even up here, and like right here, I can see this. It's gonna be spectacular.
Yeah, and this camper is gonna be on the side of the shop. That was my plan. I left enough room on that side to accommodate the camper and the boat. And for other reasons, I had to put those SmartVents in. That'll be my restroom for the camper. And then when I need to, I can just take it down the road to the dump site, take care of that. And then I don't have to do the plumbing inside.
Yeah.
Like was a big block, a road.
A block in the road,
Yeah.
which we're gonna talk about it because permits really gave it a little challenge in here, right? So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. Over here, I know a lot of maybe viewers are asking themselves, well, how is this elevation here? How are you gonna access this? I know viewers are gonna ask this, like, what's your plan here? And I actually wanna get a little bit of your stuff, if that's okay.
Sure.
But I know it's personal, so if it's not, it's okay.
It's not a problem.
Okay, great. So my question is, how are you gonna access this little storage or this door?
Okay, so that was thought of as well because I knew I was going to be higher on this side. This is my low side over here. So my plan is to come out. This is going to be made out of wood. So I'm going to come out 10 foot, and then I'm going to, since this building's 40 foot long, the middle of it is 10 or 20, and so my walkway from there to the deck, it'll be this. So 20 foot will be 10 by 20 of flat deck. And then from here, it'll start going down to that point, which will be a 20-foot ramp. So that we can get our lawnmowers or walk up here and make a transition up to that level. Another thing that I like is this siding, this finish on this concrete. The original finish on the concrete was the footprint of your plywood form, which these guys came over here the next day, cleaned it up, and they put a siding on here that's more attractive. And it does look a lot better than seeing a piece of plywood on the concrete.
Yeah, because those lines were probably marked like right here and right here, right?
So it was noticeable.
Like 2x6s, 2x4s, whatever they use, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So that evening, my wife and I were talking about it. We're like, what are we going to paint? We're going to paint this or what? And then they came all of a sudden and did this, and we're like, that looks way better than us painting it.
Spectacular.
Yeah. So as you asked, the story behind that ladder there is it goes to a slide, a metal slide, which I have over there, the slide part. But when I was 10 years old and my wife was 5 years old, I moved into the town, and her family and my family became friends. And her mom had a daycare in the backyard, which was that slide or that ladder with the slide for the children to play on. And I can remember when I was 10 playing with my wife, chasing her up and down the slides, trampoline and stuff like that. So it's been in the family that long, and so it's over 60 years old. And so we've carried it everywhere we go, and the kids played on it all the time. And so we're going to incorporate that into this deck here. Once we build this platform here, we're going to put that ladder on this side along with the slide itself separate. So you can go up and down with the stairs and then slide down if you want to. But I have a lot of grandkids, and I bet you they're going to enjoy that. So that's the story behind that.
Awesome. It's a crazy, awesome story. Like 5 years old, like back, and then it's still coming. That's awesome. And especially like your grandkids, when they really know that story and like they carry it on. That's why I thought it was a really cool detail how you have it here and how you're going to incorporate it. Alrighty guys, so now we're in the section of the porch. So this is like the 10 wide, 40 long, and this is 20 is the middle right here. So this was like 25,
That's
right?
correct.
So this 25, you spray foam the outside. Maybe elaborate a little bit on why, we wanted to get this spray foam?
Yeah, so I was questioned on that by many people, and I decided that I wanted to spray foam that because, again, I'm full sun. And if I'm sitting here enjoying whatever, I don't want to be heated up by the above sun.
The sheet metal is just a conductor of heat. It'll get hot. Yeah.
So we went ahead and had that insulated, and then I plan on putting cedar boards the full length, and then wrap this beam, and then continue over here. So all this will be cedar, which will match the cedar beams. And if you could, through the camera, smell right now, it's great.
Yeah, cedar, absolutely. Man, this is just gonna be spectacular, and I look forward to seeing. I've already told Abel when he's done, a year down the line, or we can stop in and do another tour where it's like how he built this. Because when we go in the inside, he's got a lot of like a big dream, and he's gonna make it happen. And you can tell just by just the way you are. So you're a get it done gentleman. So let's go.
We get it. Starting a new metal building project can feel overwhelming with concrete here, installation there, permits somewhere else. At WolfSteel, we can take that headache away. From site prep to the last screw, we bring every service under one roof here in Texas for Texans, so you can have your metal building without the stress. We handle tubular buildings, red iron weld-up and bolt-up buildings, permitting assistance, full concrete slabs with site prep, plus any demolition if needed. Concrete coating options, various installation options, a gutter system for your building, custom doors, windows, and even cedar accents if you want a more rustic look. You need more, like mezzanines, balconies, or masonry, we got that too. We do not service outside of our service area, nor provide material or kits only, and our services do not stand alone. We focus on full turnkey Texas metal building projects. WolfSteel is the easy choice. Texans, we've got you covered. If you fall within the service area, contact us today. If not, I hope our channel is helpful for your metal building project.
Check this out, guys. We are now in the inside, and Abel, I know we got a story on these vents here. As we were mentioning, we're done, but you're just getting started.
That's right. That's right.
But why did we have to have these? They're flood events. Yeah. What happened?
So that came along in the preliminary stages of the permit section for the county, that I couldn't have running water in a half bath in here due to it could be living quarters and potentially during a flood hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And so I had to have it elevated. The shop had to have been elevated, which to have those features, which I did not want elevated shop.
On like stilts, right?
Yeah, really high stilts.
So we were just talking about it like on our waist, like, dang, so we wanted that. You know what we need to do is marketing, do a this same shop, put it on AI and put it on stilts. See how it would look. Show it right now on the camera. That thing would be hilarious.
I'd like to see that actually.
How would we access?
Elevator for sure. But yeah, so in order to get this on solid ground, I had to eliminate the half bath and the water supply. And I also had to add these SmartVents, which if you're in a floodway, you have to go through a permit section and get a permit for this. And they talk about displacement. It's not that you can't have the shop, it's about displacement. So if this footprint takes up so much water, it'll overcome more of the surrounding area homes. So you had to have these SmartVents in, and what they do is on each side, there's a float bowl right here and a float right here. And so as water enters these slots, it raises that float and it enables this door to swing either way, in or out, depending on the flow. So it doesn't go around the building and displaces the water to make it higher for the next door neighbors. It stays as high as the flood is.
The flood is.
And then when it's done, as it recedes, the doors swing the opposite way in the flow of the river, and it drops down the level. And so there's no harm done to the neighbors.
Because like right now, you can't open them.
No, these are stainless steel, and I upgraded these to make sure they were insulated.
Insulated too.
So the Wolf guys went and got this, and I'm like, perfect.
Oh.
I love it. Black on the outside, stainless steel frame.
Did we have to send a layout, of like, this is where all these flood events to the permit department, these are where they're all gonna be? Or did they say, as long as you do a certain amount of vents, or did they have to approve the layout?
Good question. So it's the second of the too.
Yeah.
It's per square footage. And it doesn't matter where you put them because they'll open in either direction. So the planning team, the Wolf planning team, positioned them where they're not so conspicuous. So.
Okay, that's how it happened.
Shout out to the planning team.
Shout out to the planning team.
Again, collaboration, teamwork, communication. That was a big factor working with your team.
Yeah.
Was the communication, and the gap was this big. It was tight. So I love that. You know, if we called you, man, within 5 minutes I'd get a call back or some kind of resolution or something to my question. So
thank you.
Very good communication.
And I'm about to ask a little bit more on like what you plan to do, but I did want to talk about a couple things. Right now we just opened both doors and now the breeze came in, there's airflow. Did you plan for that as well, or?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. There's several reasons, but the main reason was for the airflow.
Yeah.
And in this open section of this property, the wind can flow in either direction, but predominantly from the southeast, which will come from that way this way. So I can control my airflow just by that door there. If it's coming in from the southeast, I can close it down, pinch down as much as I want, and sit in either direction over here and be comfortable with the cool breeze. Or I can switch that around, pinch down on these doors, open that door, and enjoy the breeze on that side.
On that side,
Yeah.
depending. Wow.
And also, I was questioned, why so many doors? And I'm like, hey, this is not a business. This is my family who's going to be in here playing, my grandkids. And if I'm not in here at that moment and something crazy happens and there's a fire, I want them to be able to get out. If they can't manage the garage doors, there's 3 doors that they can choose from to get out. If that case ever arose.
Oh yeah, you had that door too over there,
Yeah,
right?
3 doors.
Yeah, no one's closed right now. Oh yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
that was a big factor in it as well.
And now that I'm thinking, because I know your goals of like doing like a mezzanine and all that, and you have the doors that have the follow the roof line tracks. So that just gives you that clear overhead space to be able to do anything above.
And for lighting as well, because I can put a light, which I do have planned in the center of the end of that door on that beam, to put a light there and there, drop down maybe a foot, which those doors won't interrupt that view.
I also wanted to ask you about like this storage. You know, the lean-to wasn't in the plans in the first place. So now what came about with this layout here? What are you gonna do with this storage spot here?
Okay, so Adbel, originally this was gonna be a 10 by 10 room.
Okay.
Speaking with your team, we discussed and we're like, hey, I need more room for this type of door. So he suggested, can we go 5 foot, make this 15,
yeah,
versus 10 so that we have room to hang the door. And I'm like, that's fine, because now I have plans for that now. You know, I didn't have them before because it was just a porch, but now it's hidden, so I can do what I want to. Of course, shelves and a compressor and stuff like that, but that's how that evolved.
Was
this room here. I love the idea because now I have more room to put my riding lawnmower and stuff like that, you know.
Well planned out, and all the knots detail. And then here, you still spray foam here. This wall, I know we spoke about it, which I think it was a good choice to still spray foam, because if you look in the inside, we still got the panel behind here where we created the dividing wall. But overall, I think it looks great. What do you think about the ice gray so far?
I love it. I saw it again on your video, as well as the tracks that follow the roof line. That came from y'all's video as well, because I hadn't seen that anywhere else on the other videos of the steel buildings. I had not seen that feature until I went to your video and saw that. I'm like, I want that. But to answer your question, I love the ash gray. Like I said, with the doors closed, those windows and this window lets a lot of light in that you don't really have to switch a light bulb on, or you can do what you need to do and get out, or whatever the case might be. Or just like right now, I'm not using any light. And another feature I like about this door, if you don't mind, I'll wait for that jet to leave, is how quiet it is. So this is a LiftMaster garage door opener, and as you can tell, it's a whisper. You can't even, you can continue to talk on a phone or whatever, and decibels are low, low, low. And I love the approach as it gets to the bottom. It slows down with a gentle landing, so it doesn't bang up your equipment. Very, very nice.
Little details.
And that's all 3 doors. So I can open all 3 doors at once, and it's just as quiet as that.
Hey Pat, real quick, if these videos have brought you value, helped you plan, or even inspired your build, consider subscribing. We're pushing for 35,000 subscribers this year, and we can't do it without y'all. So we really appreciate y'all for being here. And again, hit that subscribe button, and let's get back to the video.
Now, Abel, what's the future look like?
So it's gonna be fun in here. This is gonna be a fun shop, I predict. Like we had talked before, a mezzanine's gonna go across the full length, which is 30 foot, and it's gonna start right above the doors and the window pane. And so it'll only be a 6-inch, it'll be a 2x6 joist, 4 joists. So it doesn't have to be that high because we're only spanning, 7 foot from that wall. So 2x6 is plenty. But it'll be all the way across and it'll have a rail. And I have plenty of grandkids who I know will be up here sleeping and hanging out and poke their head through that window. So yeah.
Well, that's the good thing about the window up there. Was it also in your plans because of the mezzanine to have that window there so they can be seen and have some,
Now y'all pick these windows out, and this is another feature that I like, and it's probably pretty common in most places, but not here. But you have the option to pull this down, change your screen from the inside, wipe this off, clean the outside, put it all back together, close this up and down. Very convenient.
Those are the double pane windows.
Yes.
And Abel just schooled me because I didn't even know you could do that.
There you go.
Hey, no, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
As much as I want to stay up to date with all the details, I mean, I have to, that's my job. But at the same time, I appreciate when I learn new things because at the end of the day, we're all learning and we're all evolving as we go. So that was awesome.
Well, I knew when I put the windows here, I'm like, okay, I have to come up with a plan on how to clean them from the outside, not knowing that. So I was going to get one of those pool sticks, and clean them. But I'm like, hey, this is great because I'll have a mezzanine. I can clean that one. I can reach these. And so we'll have a welding table section in this corner and then a woodworking over here on this side. And then the man cave will be in that corner over there with another mezzanine over it as well to give us we're going to do a custom ceiling above the man cave, the bar section. So it'll give us some nice lighting and some mirrors, whatnot.
So this is kind of like the adult side, and this is like, well, this bottom side is still like, the kind of the hobby, which is like metal work, woodworking and welding.
Yeah.
Because we just spoke a little bit of your history. And then from up here is where your grandkids, that's the kids section.
Yeah, and maybe in the corners where it's not so tall, maybe some storage bins.
Storage bins.
Yeah, something like. And then have a basketball goal that's going to be mounted on this 4x4 beam right here. So I'm making that man cave over there. So right there at that horizontal beam, that's 10 foot. So I'll put that basketball there, and then the kids can play here, or we can play here, and then a dartboard will go there, and the pool table and foosball table will go there. So we have a fun time here.
What do you guys think in the channel? What do you think, Ed? We got to come back, right?
Yeah, we have to, man. I mean, I'll probably have to spend the night here as well, so the whole weekend getaway, that's for sure.
No, this is phenomenal. Abel, I really, really appreciate this whole tour. I think the audience is really going to be in awe and understanding of like how planning is really important. And I think you did a phenomenal job. Overall, I think your building is spectacular. And then just one final question. How was your experience with WolfSteel overall? Or when you were searching in general, how did you end up with like saying, yeah, I'll go with WolfSteel?
Well, the rating to me was above 5-star.
Oh.
By far. Through all your YouTube videos and speaking with your Wolfpack team, I felt very comfortable pushing the trigger on this building, and all the aspects of the beginning to the end were flawless. It was just smooth. If I had any questions or concerns, I would call, text, whatever, got a message back right away. They answered it. I'm like, okay, let's roll. We got it taken care of. Very, very good craftsmen on your contractor's part. They got this concrete base, which is very important. I've heard stories that the concrete wasn't good because they went with an outside contractor. They didn't know how important it was to have a level, square platform, because this is all put together custom. It's not, we have panels from H-E-B or home or somewhere to put here. This is all custom per order. And so that was important. And as we did the build, I was out here with them all the time, and we checked it and everything was great. They showed me everything. They weren't hiding anything, and it showed because after the footprint was done, the building came with no issues whatsoever. They answered my questions when they did that. And another reason I went with y'all was because y'all hold the responsibility, all the weight of taking care of the contractors. And I didn't live here very long, well, I haven't lived here very long, to know local contractors. So to put my risk out on them and me do this myself, I would have taken a big chance on, do I have the right person or not? Am I gonna lose money or not? But with this investment, this type of investment, I chose y'all because y'all carry that weight. You cull through all the contractors on your jobs and get rid of the bad, bring in the good, and it shows because this job here was phenomenal. It's beautiful. I enjoyed every bit of the process, and I can't wait to put electrical in here and start happening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You said the concrete was done by Staubach, right?
Yes, local, St. Marcus actually, but close.
Yeah, and the gentleman and the foreman, was it Corey?
Yes.
Yes, Corey. So big shout out to them because at the end of the day, we align as a team and that is who we are. So we work a lot in relationships. And also big shout out to our whole execution team, our coordination team.
Yeah.
So yeah, James,
All
he
of
was
them.
coordinating here, helping you out, Willie.
Yeah.
So just a big shout out to our whole team for making this possible for our client. And aside from that, Abel, I really, really appreciate this. I think this was a phenomenal. I think people are gonna love this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and maybe even Abel will pop in sometime. And if there's a question like, hey, how are you gonna stud the wall, or how are you gonna do the mezzanine? He might, because he seems like a person that likes to help. And that's why he offered to do the video, just to help showcase and help others have a metal shop of their dreams like yours. So aside from that, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You ready, Ed?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go to the next.
Let's go.
Thank you.
All right.
That was great.
That was good.
What's up, Pack? Remember to stay up to date with everything that we're up to by checking out our social media. You can find us at WolfSteel Buildings for behind the scenes action. We share our latest projects, update on what the team is working on, and all the exciting progress happening in real time. Don't miss out on the action, and remember to give us a follow.